Before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to 288,000 subscribers as soon as possible. We can hit that by like Monday or Tuesday next week. That would be insane. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. Going on, guys, DBG here. Today we're going to be ranking all of these signature series cards from worst to best in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Obviously, we could have done it yesterday, but I don't know. Recording these videos the next day seems to be doing quite well anyway. So, lads, we got it right here. We're only going to be looking at we're only going to be looking at the signed versions or the unsigned. They're basically, it doesn't make any difference. There's no version where it's like, there's no situation where a signed version of a card puts a card above another signed version of a card. Or even a signed version of a card puts another card above an unsigned version of a card. But I've used all of these guys to some extent, and I think they're all good cards. I'm not even going to lie. Including the last place right here. How many cards are there? There's 1, 2, 3. 3 diamonds, 3 pink diamonds, it's 6. 2 opals is 8. 3 dark matters is 11, plus 12 is Scotty. But number 12 is Mike Bibby, and Mike Bibby's not terrible. I can't believe I'm saying this. Mike Bibby is actually not terrible. He is a surprisingly good card. So, like, look at these stats. His interior is a little bit low, his block's low. Obviously, he's a 6'1" point guard. He's got a 93 3-pointer. 96 speed, 96 acceleration. He's got really good perimeter defensive stats. He's only got clamps, but some good goal defensive badges. All the playmaking badges, at least on gold. All the shooting badges, at least on gold. With half sniper, half mismatch expert, half catch and shoot. And he comes with base 22 on very quick. Such a good release. I'm telling you, lads. Such a good release. Quick dribble style. His own size up, which is really good. And I'm just saying, like, you need some sort of stick skill to abuse and escape. But you don't need stick skill to abuse a size up. You really don't. That's one of the things I've learned is, like, for someone who's not really good at dribbling, you can just abuse a size up by just flicking just smashing the stick back and forth. Like, I'm telling you, it's so easy. Scotty behind the back, quick dribble style, he gets open. Surprisingly not bad. Surprisingly not bad. So, comments are gone there, so we saw nothing there. So, Mike Dunleavy. Premium, obviously, Signature Series signed. So this guy, the difference is this card gets half quick first step. Dunleavy is a pure sharp. Dunleavy is a pure sharp, lads. So he's gonna hit he's gonna hit a lot of really nice shots. That's really what he's gonna do. He's a little bit slow, but he's not slow enough that it's bad. So if you have well, you don't really get speed boost unless you run like a good coach. So if you're running Don, you get speed boost, but there's no point in running Don. For me, anyway, I think that if you're running an opal coach, Lenny Wilkins gets more boost for better players. Like what Lenny Wilkins does nowadays is it gives your centers that 90 ball handle. Because if you're above 6'9", or if you're above 7 foot, or it's not 6'9", 6'10" or above, you kind of need 90 ball handle to really do anything. And perimeter centric gives a ball handle boost, which is why I'm seeing a lot of players run Steve Nash now, because he's like the best affordable perimeter centric coach. So for me, perimeter centric is better because it improves like perimeter defense, it improves rebounding, ball handle, driving, dunk. But yeah, so still an unbelievable shooter. Base 4 on very quick, shifty dribble style. His movement is okay. Hard and behind the back is good. His dunking is all right because he doesn't. He gets kind of unblockable dunks with an 85 driving dunk. He moves kind of well. He's decent on defense, and he's a 6'9" 2 guard. The fact he's not even top 10 is just how good this set is. Number 10. He's really good, man. Jeff Green, one of the best catch and shoot players in the entire game. Period. Like, I'm saying, only an 88 3 ball. Someone like nearly all point guards nowadays are coming with hot floor general. Boom, it's up to 92. Every coach, he's a primary small forward, isn't he? Yeah, he's a primary small forward. So whether you're using pace and space, whether you're using perimeter centric, whether you're using triangle, if you're using any of these opal coaches, even if you're using grit and grind, he gets the +8 3 ball. If you're on every coach other than defense, post centric. Are there any post centric coaches? Is it gonna let me put Bill Russell in? He gets a +5 3 ball on a post centric coach with a small forward. I'm telling you guys, post centric is hilarious. Like the only post stat post centric improves is post moves. Other than that, it's basically just like a nerfed perimeter centric. It's hilarious. But 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 88 3 ball. His defense is really good. He's got 6 Hall of Fame defensive badges. A quick first step downhill. Set shooter, corner specialist, catch and shoot. I'm telling you, really, really good. And base 50 on very quick is one of the pure quickest releases in the game. It's not great off the dribble, but purely off the catch, it has to be one of the top releases. Like, it's so easy to green, it's so quick, and it's so hard to contest. It's not like Luka level hard to contest, but like, if Luka didn't exist, we'd be saying this is one of the hardest releases in the game to contest. I'm telling you, normal leaner as well. Does he come with like circuit? He comes with circuit 3, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. But still, I'm telling you, Jeff Green. Jeff Green's really good, and he's number 10. And number 9, we got Donovan Mitchell. Why is Donovan Mitchell above Jeff Green when he's a 6'1" point guard? Because he's got that 6'10" wingspan and an 80 block. He actually gets a lot of chase downs. 98 driving dunk, 94 3 ball, 97 speed, 97 acceleration. Hoff Chef, Circus 3's dead eye limitless spot up. If he had the normal laner, he'd be so good if he had the normal laner. He'd be on that Steve Francis level of fun if he had the normal laner. But quick dribble style, the Donovan Mitchell size up is scarily good. Like, you guys can see on I'm plugging the DBG2 channel again, but it'll be in the description. I made a video just playing around with him. Called it like the most fun card in my, or the most fun budget card in my team. And Donovan Mitchell is just absolutely just cooking. I just cooked some guy, spamming like quick dribble style over and over again. They couldn't guard him. Dame behind the back is harder to predict than Scotty. And perfect defensively. Great badges. And yeah, he's really good. Then after Donovan Mitchell, number 8, we got Boban. Boban's player model is freaking huge. So is Boban ever going to really shoot the ball? No. Like, if he's wide open, and I mean wide open, you'll shoot with him. And that's the only time you should ever shoot with him. Because again, if he's wide open in the corner, he's a corner specialist, catch and shoot, and sniper. He's not going to really miss. Set shot 2 is one of the worst releases in the game. There's just something about his player build. There's something about his play. He is a better player build than Ralph Sampson. He is a better player build than Rick Smits. He is a better player build than any of the Giants in Sim Vular. He's at 80 speed, but it's like, that's not the end. Like, that's not the reason why, because it's like, well, Ralph gets 78 speed. And I know some people are like, oh, if the less than 80 is terrible. It's like, no, it's basically the same. He's got basically the same speed, but his player build is just so much lengthier. He literally looks like he's got Dino wingspan. I know he doesn't, but he looks like he's got a Dino wingspan. He looks like he's a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man out there on the floor. And he swats away shots that like nobody else does. He gets weird rebounds. I'm telling you, Boban is just glitchy. He's got box, brick wall, interceptor, intimidator, post lockdown, rebound chaser, rim protector, worm. He's got a lot of great defensive badges. A low steal rating, which doesn't matter anymore because nobody catches the ball in the interceptor. But yeah, really, really good. And if you look tendencies wise, he's got a good pass interception and great contest and block shot, which is really good. No on-ball steal, but it doesn't matter. It's freaking Boban Marjanovic. And yeah, Boban is coming in here at number, what was it, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. No, I think it's 7. There must only be 11 cards here. But yeah, Boban Marjanovic is in here. And number 6, we got Kuzma. Let me count these again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I forgot somebody on this list. Then we got Kuz. We got Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is really solid. That's it. He's just solid. He's got shifty dribble style and not great behind the back. He can hit leaners. He's got no flaws. Man, he's got no flaws as a card. He's going to play the small forward position. He's going to hit wide open jumpers. He's going to do nothing wrong. You know what? This might sound crazy. He's as good as Mikal Bridges. Like, with the tendencies and stuff, he doesn't quite get, like, he's at the same, equally as good a release Mikal Bridges. Levine's size was better, so he's going to move a bit better. Defensive stats are perfect. Defensive badges, he's got he's got the important ones, and he got gold on the rest of them. The only issue with Kyle Kuzma is that he's a jack of all trades, master of none. So Mikal Bridges, it's a weird one. It's like, do you want more height or do you want the longer wingspan? So if you want more height, obviously Bridges. If you want a longer, or Kuzma, if you want a longer wingspan, go Bridges. They're both very, very similar cards at 3. Like, Bridges has lost his spot in my team, but he lost his spot to I know who I forgot. He lost a spot to not Odom is in here at the 4. So at number 6 we got Lamar Odom. Now this guy is a damn good card. He shoots the lights out. He's got a huge player build. He doesn't miss. Shifty dribble style. Wiggins behind the back, which is good. Where it's okay. Paul George on very quick, does not miss. And the big thing is he's just huge. Like he's got a 6'11" wingspan. Doesn't matter. His player model is huge. He plays lanes. He'll move pretty well. He won't miss a shot. His stats are not comparable to Kuzma. His badges are not really even comparable to Kuzma. But he just plays better. His rebounding is a little bit low. I play him at the 4, and just because of his size, he does quite well. He'll hawk lanes. Yeah, he's a little bit undersized, but it's one of those things is like you kind of have to zag. A lot of people are running like legit big men at the 4, which is so tough to play against. So I'm just like, you know what, I can't afford a Wilt. So let me just zag. Rather than using the Rick Smiths and just getting killed, I'm just going to zag and using Lamar Odom at the 4 and play Rick Smiths at the 5 and just look to outshoot somebody, look to outscore somebody. But yeah, Odom, a really, really good player. He's in here at number 6. At number 5, top lock, Battier. That's who I forgot. Shane Battier is in here at number 5. Shane Battier is so good. Now, this guy is who came in for Mikal Bridges. He just gets swipey. Like, he's got his 88 take charge animation, which makes no difference for a guard. You actually get some fluke charge animations off him. So I actually think it's not a good thing having a high take charge tendency, but it's not a bad thing either. 97 on ball steal, 97 contest, 97 shot block. He's a 95 driving dunk, tendency, which is good. Animation like base 40 and very quick. One of the best catch and shoot releases in the game. Not the best off dribble, but great off the catch. He's not going to be the greatest movement in the world, but look at his defensive stats. Outside of block, which is an 88, he's 95 plus in everything. He's 95 in everything, lads. He's got 93 3 ball, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 95 stamina, 90 strength, which can't be understated. You're coming up against the Simmons. Good enough rebounding as well. So, and with that high interior, high block rating, he got 12 Hall of Fame defensive badges. So you might be saying, it's like, oh, what about like Ben Wallace? Ben Wallace only has 3 extra half defensive badges. And the difference is he's a way better shooter than Ben Wallace. He's a downhill, quick first step, will move equally as well. And it's the same with him versus like Herb Jones. I think Herb Jones is better because of the release. But like he's at that level. 93 driving dunk as well. Like we're looking at Scotty freaking Light. Like I'm probably gonna make a video about this guy. We're looking at Scotty Light. Normal leaner as well, which is better than Scotty. We are looking at Scotty Pippen Light, and he just gets swipey. Like, you know the way sometimes like people are like Robert Covington gets bumpy. Like when you play off ball on Robert Covington and you have your settings set properly, Robert Covington will start getting bumps on people. Battier swipes at everything. CPU Battier will just swipe at everything, which can be a good or a bad thing. Like he gets a lot of CPU fouls, but also he gets a lot of CPU plucks. He gets an awful lot of CPU plucks. He gets a lot of CPU pinch plucks as well when he's not guarding ball. I'm telling you, Battier is the most slept on card in all of my team. The guy is like Scotty Light. He is literally Scotty Light, but he's not better than any of the Dark Matters. So LaMelo Ball is in here at number 4. LaMelo's really good. Like his player build makes him move really well. Like the size up's not great, the escape isn't great. He's got quick dribble style, 81, base 81, a very quick to really good release. The Austin Rivers upper literally just looks like LaMelo's. He's got Scotty behind the back, which is good. His dunk animations aren't terrible. He doesn't really cock back too much from what I've experienced. He's got great interior, great block, really good defensive stats. Again, it's pretty much all the nice defensive badges from the guard wing. Just put him on the secondary ball handler or small forward or cone. He'll do fine. He's now 6'7", thankfully. He started off at 6'6". He's got great shooting badges, good release. The only issue with him is that he's not Michael Jordan. He's not MJ. He's not Luka. And he's not Ben Simmons. That's the only issue with this card, is that like, for me, he is the undisputed number 3 point guard in the game on current gen. And he's the undisputed number 4 point guard in the game on next gen. But he's like the guy that I compare him to is this guy right here. He's like a better version of Josh Giddey. He's Josh Giddey with a better release. He's got a few extra half badges. Giddey's got a few extra stats. They're very similar in terms of just their shiftiness and their movement. I think they're very, very similar. They feel very similar. But LaMelo's release is way better. So that's what I think. I think that LaMelo Ball is just a better Josh Giddey. Then at number 3, we got Wilt. Now, Wilt is a card that I prefer to Shaquille O'Neal. He moves so much better than Shaq. 95 speed, quick dribble style, set shot 17, which is for me a much easier release to green. 76 3 ball. And again, you have a Lenny Wilkins, that's up to 80. If you have Lenny Wilkins, that's up to 84. And then he also goes and gets, this is why again you want perimeter centric if you're running like a Wilt. Because he gives everyone a 3-point boost. It goes to 84, and then floor general it goes to 88. And in a shoe it goes to a 92 3-pointer. So, and he also comes at like catch and shoot difficult shots. So if you give him, you need to give him corner specialist. Like corner specialist is a really important badge to give to Wilt Chamberlain. If you give him corner specialist, and you don't even need to run Lenny Wilkins. Like I'm not going to be a tie and just say, oh, if you run the 300k coach. If you run I'm going to even just put in, if you want to run Steve Nash, who's a 1500 MT. He gets an 83 ball already, and then plus 8 onto that. That's with 88 3 ball. So he's actually going to be a good shooter. And you're looking at the rest of his stats. Basically, he's 90 plus in everything. With Nash, he gets a 90 ball handle, which is important. Getting these guys up to a 90 ball handle is very important if they're tall, because you kind of need it. Defensive badges, again, comes with 13 half defensive, half quick first step, all the finishing badges, 8-foot long wingspan, skinny Wilt player model, which is better in this game than big Wilt player model. And yeah, he's the fastest with the ball 7-1 player. Like, you can actually like move with the guy. If you're like out here using the Kobe escape with Shaq, he's not that slow, but you don't even need to use the Kobe escape with Wilt. You can just quick and shift. You can just size him into a shifty burst, and he's going by basically every center. But number 2, Amar'e Stoudemire. He went to the sauna. He had his water fast. He lost the 1 pound, and now he's a freaking demon. So basically, if a card is over 245 pounds, they can't do any cool dribble moves. Like 2K gave Amar'e Stoudemire the Harden shuffle, and like Harden's like step back, or Harden's like step back. So, but he couldn't do any of like the Harden dribble moves because he was too heavy. Amar'e Stoudemire on very quick is a fine release. It's not a great release, but it's fine. Quick dribble style, Penny size up, which is one of the best size ups in the game. Steve France combo, which I don't even know what the combo does, and James Harden size up escape. If we're looking at all around dribble sigs, Amar'e Stoudemire might have the best dribble sigs in all of my team. He's 6'10", 7'1" wingspan, perfect stats. Like, I mean perfect stats, perfect badges for a big man. And I'm telling you, the best power forward in all of my team, including Wilt Chamberlain and including Shaquille O'Neal. Like, he is the best power forward because he has a big player build as well. He isn't, like, in terms of creating, you're not just going to quick shifty burst. You're not going to, like, spam. I know he comes with Scotty behind the back. You're not going to be able to just spam Scotty behind the back, stand on the floor, because he doesn't move unbelievably fast through them because he's got a broad build. But I'm telling you, like, if you abuse the Scotty behind the back, and if they try to beat you to a spot, boom, pull out the Harden shuffle, wide open for 3, bang. The only issue is I think he's bait. I think this is when 2K started to give like everyone really good dribble sigs. So I think that Amar'e Stoudemire is bait. And the good thing is this year is that there's like no one good dribble sig. Like there's like 3 good behind the backs. And like because of everyone a Scotty, a Harden behind the back is good, Kawhi behind the back is good. Scotty's obviously good. Dame is good. Normal's okay. And then like if we're looking at say size ups like Penny, Kyrie, Kemba, Donovan Mitchell, Steve Francis, all of these guys have got good dribble size ups. They can give like, they don't have to give every single player last year Pro 2. What was it? Last year every single player had to have Pro 2 and Pro 3 behind the back. Whereas at least there's like 5 or 6 good sigs they can give to players this year. And D-Rose size up as well. Jeez, I forgot about that. Then Scottie Pippen, number 1. Scotty's the best player that came out today. Or that came out not named Richard Jefferson. Not by much though. Scotty versus Amar'e is really close. But like Scotty, invincible. Like 65 huffs. He's got everything you really need. So 65 huffs, base 30 and very quick dribble style, leaner. I'm telling you, this guy's really good. Like I'd love to be able to afford Scotty. Unfortunately I can't. Gameplay will be out later on Scotty. Just checking like whether he's worth 1.5 mil. But yeah, it is what it is. A really good card and the best card here. So number 12 Mike Bibby, number 11 Mike Dunleavy, number 10 Jeff Green, number 9 Mitchell, number 8 Boban, number 7 Kuz, number 6 Odom, number 5 Shane Battier, number 4 LaMelo, number 3 Wilt Chamberlain, number 2 Amar'e, and number 1 Scottie Pippen. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.